Yeah,
or they've been incentivized to be on the sidelines. Exactly. So these job openings might actually be indicative of the opposite of what the Fed is telling us, right? The Fed wants us to believe that they can just keep jacking up rates and then we're not going to go into a recession because we have all these open job recs. But what if we should see the labor market as really two separate markets? There's sort of white collar professionals, and you're seeing all of these tech companies that we're involved in slam on the brakes really quickly right now.
Yep.
So we're going to see greater unemployment there. And then on the blue collar side, you have this issue of record low labor participation.
Yep.
And so you still have inflation there because they can't fill all the jobs because there's all these like warped incentives around that.
There are, to just put a number on it, Sachs, we're 10% off the peak in terms of participation. And if those folks would participate, it would really fill a lot of these jobs.
That would increase the production of goods and services, and that might take some of the pressure off inflation.
And it would also increase monetary velocity, right, Sachs? People would spend the money they make, which then get us out of this mess, possibly.
I think part of the problem with the Fed's approach here is that it's assuming that if they just keep jacking up rates, that will reduce demand and that will stop or slow down inflation. And there's some truth to that. However, I don't think this inflation is purely a problem of excess demand. I think there's also a supply problem, meaning that not enough goods and services are being produced, and the commodities, the inputs that we need to the production of goods and services, those prices are increased. They've been inflated. And that started well before the Ukraine war, but I think the Ukraine war has now exacerbated this problem with respect to energy and food.
If you had 7 minutes for your over-under for Sachs to mention Ukraine, you took the under, you won.
Well, I'm just mentioning it as a exacerbator of the situation.
I think that's actually really good framing.